Hey guys, and welcome back to IdleOn, and there was a new update, so we're going to talk about it, and it really starts with this mini game. This is the primary feature of this update. It's the Bubba mini game, Bubba the Chonky Seals Arctic Market of Meats, and one thing you'll notice right off the bat, I don't know a lot about this minigame yet, but I could immediately tell that it is far more complex than most of the other minigames that we've had added into the game. In particular, I mean clicker minigames. Since this is a clicker, you know I'm all over this. I like the clickers, so you can see how it works now. Basically, the quick reference, it changes. It shows Bubba here where Orion used to be, but you can actually make whichever one you were last at suddenly be what it shows just by going to it. And then, see, so now if we exit out there, Poppy is actually in here. Now, I think most people are going to have it be Bubba since Bubba's the new one, but you could change it to whatever. Critter gain, soul gain, total damage, build rate. I think a lot of people who are more in the mid and early game will really appreciate this clicker. And like I said, this clicker seems deeper than Orion and Poppy because there's this whole little attribute thing going on here as well where you pick different attributes to level up, and there's a bar that just levels them up. And I guess there is sort of a prestige thing that, reset mechanic that does happen, but it's not as often as some the previous clicker minigames were. Let's see, for example, if we take another one here. What is this one? 1% all kills. Yeah, some new bonuses that we haven't seen before. Obviously, total damage, we get quite a bit. And then there's, most importantly perhaps, this bar up here, which is really interesting, which bases itself off of either this thing where you can seal a certain number of times per hour to boost it. So Charisma unlocks this thing and levels it up faster for the different attribute stats here that give different bonuses. I don't totally understand if all of these are within the minigame or if some of them, like +% coins, are out of the minigame, or dice luck. Those sound like they could be out of the minigame or out of the clicker. The other ones sound like they could be in the clicker. So we'll see how that works out. Obviously, things to note, Buyer Grin seems to, every purchase moves that bar up, which multiplies temporarily the amount of the meats that you get per minute. I think I found a bit of a trick, which is that if you focus on Buyer Grin first because it gives you happiness for every purchase, then after you can at least get that, or even push it a little bit, you can then go and take advantage of the early levels on a lot of these, which are pretty cheap, and you can kind of maximize what you get out of them in terms of the multi. See here, I'm able to suddenly push this multi quite a bit on all of these across the board. I'm able to push this multiplier up, which is interesting. And I guess you can really sort of take advantage of the multi that way. See, I'm able to push this multi up a bit. Eventually appears that you do get this Mega Flesh, which is a reset. Something interesting I had not seen my first run is this fun gifts option. That's kind of interesting. So there is an incentive to maybe push a little bit further here before resetting. Now, Lava did say there was a new limited special shot. Wow. Dude. He's really bringing back the rare stuff recently, I have to say. He brings back the OG name tag. I'm not upset or anything, to be clear. I think it's interesting, fascinating. He brings back the OG name tag, and then he brings back the Demon Horns, which was previously one of the rarest cosmetics in the entire game because it was only in the gem shop like part of the first year of the game's existence. I did play while it was in there previously, and I didn't get it. Quite expensive, and especially now it's going to be a much more common item anyways, and it's still expensive. I think it used to be more expensive than this. I thought it used to be like 9,999 gems or something. It was a really expensive hat. But it's also really nice for people who have been waiting for that item for like Slab or something like that. They finally get their chance to get it for a mere 3,000 gems. Oh, the Insta Onyx statue. Yeah, apparently now tome percentiles update once per day. I mean, so I'm not going to be able to take advantage of the once a week thing again, I guess. See, it was good I pushed when I could, because now I'm just stuck, dude. I'm like just stuck, like 25, well, like 2,300 points behind 1% now. So I don't know. We'll see. Admittedly, I didn't push very hard this week, so maybe I'll push a little bit harder. But this looks like it's going to be a grind. This looks like it's going to be a grind to get back to 1%. At least I know in the back of my mind that the difference between 1% and 0.5% wasn't that much before. So if I can just get to 1%, maybe the gap from there will seem more manageable. Yep, okay. Ha ha ha. It doesn't work with World 7 statues. I was about to be like, I was like rubbing my hands together like we're about to push this coral statue hard. Nope. Nope. Not gonna happen. I can't buy any of them because I have them all. I have everything Onyx except for corals, so I can't buy that at all. 490 times 20 would be 9,800, and the cost may go up as you buy them. So if we consider that aspect, I mean, you know, that's easily over $40 of gems. So let's take a look here at the pendant, comparing it against the Divine Scarf. You can see here the Divine Scarf has 25% all AFK gain, and then the Blueberry Ice Cream pendant has 8% AFK gains multi. So just swapping them in and out for anyone who's curious. Like, here's what I'm getting at Gmush. Here's what I'm getting at Gmush with just my DK, like, sort of non-optimized here. So it's 2.3 bill. And then after we put this on, actually goes down to 2.1 bill. Okay, well, I'm a little bit confused at the exact kills per hour number, but if we look at the AFK gains rate, you can see 1874 with the Divine Scarf on, and then with the Blueberry Ice Cream pendant on, it goes up to 2116. So it is, in fact, my AFK gains are higher with that on. Now, I'll admit the kills per hour keeps jumping around weirdly, even though I'm not doing anything. I don't quite understand that, because if I switch them around, you'll see some weird stuff. Like that says 28, but then if I swap these again, then now this is, so it's 3138, but then suddenly that's 2386, and then this one is now still 33, but now that one's back up to 2825. I don't know. On the other map, on Gmush, this one was also flipping around, like, just between me swapping them. So I don't know what's going on. Something I'm not comprehending. But Blueberry Ice Cream does appear to give higher AFK gains for me, personally, than the Divine Scarf. So that's cool. I would have been kind of sad if it didn't, because I would have been like, why did I just buy that? But, and it has an upgrade slot. And that armor upgrade stone does in fact give it plus 1% to the AFK gains multi, taking it up to 9%. So that is going to do it for this video. If you have any non-World 7 statues you need to Onyx, it's a pretty good time to do it if you need to catch up on that, because they are in the limited gem shop, as well as the Demon Horns. So other than that, this was just a brief update to talk about the update and the clicker. And yeah, good luck with the clicker. I don't know much about it yet, but it looks much more complex than the previous one. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.